Hello everybody, welcome to yet another brand new video. It's me, Nelsy, and yes, this is the video I promised you that would be up today. Grant you, it is a little bit later into the evening that I'm uploading this, not earlier in the day, but I thought if I upload it now, there's more chance of people noticing it in the evening because people will be home from work and so on and so forth. So, yeah. Today is my answers video for the Q&A that I announced a few days ago. So originally I was going to do this video, my answers was going to be up on Monday, but I got things all jumbled up in my head. It was my granddad's funeral on the Monday, so basically Tuesday I was everywhere because it was my mum's birthday and things like that, so it was kind of like all things at once hitting me all at once. So I couldn't be bothered to make a video, so I thought, right, I'm going to do it tonight. So here it is, finally. So again, big thank you to everyone who participated in this little Q&A that I've got going on here. I really do appreciate everyone for, whether it was on YouTube, whether it was on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. I don't think I've got anybody on Instagram, on Twitter, sorry. I've got some people on the... I've got some people on Instagram, I've got some people off YouTube, and I've got some people on Facebook. So yeah, let's get into this, because there's quite a few here, so let's do this. Okay then, so I'm not going to be going in any particular order with these questions. I'm only going to be doing... the only thing that I am going to be doing, should I say, is I'm going to do the people that sent me questions on YouTube. I'm going to do them first, and then I'm going to move swiftly on into the social media part of it all. So let's do it. So one of the people, my good friend BumbleJumper82, Ed, the awesome man himself, sent me a 4-part question. So let's get into this. He says, number 1, what are your thoughts on Beast Machines? Beast Machines, well, it's nowhere near as good as Beast was. That's straight off the bat. But I do like it. Just to give you a brief thoughts on it, when I watched it when I was a kid, because obviously when Beast Machines came out, I would have been about 9, maybe going on for 10. I think he came out in very late 90s, didn't it, I think. Beast Wars, I think, came out in 96 or 97. 96, I think. In the UK anyway. And then I think Beast Machines came out really late 90s, early thousands. So, yeah, I think when I first watched Beast Machines, I actually quite enjoyed it. I thought it was very interesting because, again, it was very original. There was nothing quite like it on TV as it looks. Like I say, I mean, there was only Reboot that was the very first CGI animated series, and then Beast Wars was the second ever in history being fully CGI. And then Beast Machines, I believe, would have possibly been the third one, but obviously the Beast Machines was a continuation. But just to kind of round things up quickly with that one is, I personally don't mind Beast Machines. I know I'm part of a little minority of people that actually like Beast Machines. I like it mostly because I like the characters. I like mostly the bad guys. I really like, what's his name? Oh, I've forgotten the guy's name now. Bloody hell. Is it Jetstorm, I think his name is. Yeah, Jetstorm, I think it is. Brian Drummond, he did the voice for Jetstorm, I think, if I'm saying the right person. I just like all the one-liners, all his like witty one-liners that he says as he goes after the Maximals, and I just think some of the characters are funny. I like the bad guys, like Thrust, Jetstorm, and the rest of them. But no, I mean, I just take from it, I just like some of the characters, and that's generally what I like from Beast Machines. They're generally my thoughts. I like it. It's not as good as Beast Wars, but I just like I just like the bad guys in Beast Machines. I think that's what kind of wins me over with it. Number 2 to Ed's four-parters. What was the last TF you bought and why? Ooh, what was the last Transformer I bought? I've bought quite a few recently. I bought quite a few, but I haven't bought any yet this month since me getting paid. I have got some on pre-order as well, but obviously ones that I physically have brought and got now is probably what you're meaning with that. I honestly don't know what was my last one. I can't remember what my last Transformer I bought was. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know what the last one I bought was. I've completely got out of my head. I quite like Siege Prowl. I quite like him. He was one of the recent ones that I did pick up, or one of them. I've also got Siege Barricade as well, which I yet have to open. It's still in its box. It's the first time I've had a figure still remaining in its box for as long as it has done. I usually rip them open as soon as I get hold of them, but no. Yeah, so I've got Siege Barricade as well. Yeah, I'm just going to have to let's think of those two off the top of my head. It's Siege Prowl, or Wolf Cybertron Prowl, because I got him off of eBay, mostly because I wanted to get I like the alt mode, I like the design, and also, what else did I get? There was another one, Smokescreen as well. There was Siege Smokescreen, or Airfry's Smokescreen. I got that one as well. So they're 3 of the latest I got, and I also got Double Dealer, the new Double Dealer as well. All of them are awesome, but the reason why I got most of them, like for Double Dealer, for instance, Airfry's Double Dealer, I've got the G1, and I wanted to get the upscaled version of essentially what was, because the Airfry's Double Dealer is practically the same as G1, but it's just a little bit smaller than the G1 toy. But it looks amazing, like all modernised, and he's got all the articulation on him and everything. So that's generally why I got him. Oh, actually no, the latest set I got. Oh, shit, the latest. God, this is going to be going on forever. This answers video. This was the latest acquisition I got. I just remembered. This was the latest thing that came through the mail, which is the Spy Patrol cassettes. So yeah, I got them because obviously I think 2 of them work with the new Double Dealer, so that's why I got them. And obviously the cassettes, I love my cassettes. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. That's gonna be the question, the answer for that one. But yeah, so I've had quite a few figures over recently. As I mentioned, Prowl, I mentioned Barricade. I got those because I love my Barricade. Barricade is my boy next to Soundwave. I don't know why, but ever since the 07 movie, I've always liked Barricade. And then obviously Double Dealer because I wanted the upscale version. So there we go. So number 3 to Ed's is, do you use the metric system? The metric system? I don't know. I honestly don't know. If that involves maths, possibly not, because I'm not very good with maths. Number 4, what was the last song you heard? Ooh, what was the last song you heard? When was the last time I listened to some music? I think it might have possibly have been something as generic as Metallica, possibly something off the new album. What was it? Oh, I've forgotten the track name now, but it was Metallica I listened to last. Right, so let's move swiftly on there. So this is going to be quite a while, so this is going to be a bit longer than I thought it would be. I'm just going to try and be as quick as I can with some of these, because this next person, Ed, did a 4-parter. Thank you, sir, for that. So now I'm coming on to the next person who has done a 5-parter. Bloody hell. But anyway, so this is from a person on YouTube again called Karate Ray 99, I believe that's right. So the very first of 5 questions was, what is the worst Transformer you have ever owned? For that one, I'm going to have to probably think of the Titan Returns Alpha Triumph. I've got nothing against it being like essentially a lion, but it was literally just a slight retool and recolour from another figure that they released, I think. I can't remember, but I got it because it was Alpha Trion, but I don't like it. I really don't like that figure. Number 2, what was the very first Transformer you ever owned? So, what was the very first I owned? Well, when I started when I started in the collecting side of things, when I first started collecting properly, I managed to pick up the original Beast Wars Primal and Megatron together from the same person. They were selling them together, and I can't remember how much I paid for them, but they wasn't expensive, and they were both complete as well. The Primal had his parts, his accessories and parts, and Megatron also did. So yeah, I think that was I think those 2 were the very first of me starting as a collector. Was Primal and Megatron. I mean, I love my Beast Wars anyway, so it kind of makes a lot of sense for me to start with Beast Wars figures. But the very first Transformer I ever reviewed would have been a Little Legends animated Prowl, but that was back on my Nosy 00 channel. So that channel's no longer about anymore. So yeah, but that was the very first they were the very first Transformers I picked up properly as I started collecting, was Primal and Megatron from Beast Wars. And obviously the very first any figure that I actually reviewed was a Legends animated Prowl. Number 3, what is the most money you have spent on a Transformer? I don't know. I have spent quite a little bit on the odd figure here and there. I picked up an SDCC 2010 Unicron, probably back in 2010, obviously. So that was my very first Transformers convention in 2010 when it was Auto Assembly. And that was the very first Transformers convention I went to, and I picked up an SDCC 2010 Unicron. Still got it. It's I don't think I've got all the parts for it still, but I've still got it. And that I bought that, and I think I paid about 150 quid for that. Or I can't remember how much I paid, but it was certainly around about the 150 mark. Could be a little bit less. I can't remember now. Have I spent any more on a figure that's more than that? I can't really remember. I got a Masterpiece Soundwave when it first came out from TF Nation of that year, or Auto Assembly. Then I can't remember, but again, it was at another convention. I don't know if it was Auto Assembly or TFN when that came out. I can't remember now. It might have been Auto Assembly. And I think that would have cost around about 130 probably. So I would say the max I've spent is probably in the realms of between £100 and £200. I would say is in the realm. I am a little bit off put by spending more than 200 quid on a toy. I understand most of the toys that are of that price range over 100 or more are usually for adult collectors or masterpiece figures or third party figures, but I'm a little bit put off. It's probably the Yorkshireman in me. I'm a Yorkshire guy, and we are quite tight by nature, so probably that's why. But no, yeah, I would probably say Unicron, the SDCC 2010 Unicron, and Soundwave, Masterpiece Soundwave are the two expensive I can think of off the top of my head. Number 4, least favourite Transformers character. Has to be Wheelie. The movie Wheelie. Yeah, definitely. Nobody likes Wheelie. So, yeah. Number 5, least favourite Transformers show. I would probably say my least favourites. I'm going to put 2 in this bracket because I don't like them at all. The first one would have to be Transformers Energon. Some people will probably be like, you don't like Energon, but what about the other 2? I actually have a soft spot for Armada and Cybertron, mostly because I love the toy lines and I actually don't mind the show. I like the animated series for Armada and Cybertron. They're not brilliant, nowhere in hell, but I like those 2. But Energon, I don't like Energon at all. I just don't like it. And then another one I would say is probably one of the most recent, and it was Transformers Robots in Disguise from 2015, I think. I tried to watch. I watched a good majority of the first series of that, and even though I admire the design aspects where they've kind of combined normal Transformers with like the whole Predacon insect thing, so it's kind of like, you know, there's that combination with the Predacons and with the Decepticons and so on. I like that design aesthetic. I got a lot of respect for that, you know, trying something new, but I just couldn't get into it because it was meant to like be a continuation of Transformers Prime and like continue Bumblebee's saga, if you will, once he got his voice back and everything. And I just don't like it. I love Prime, absolutely love Prime, but I do not like Robots in Disguise from 2015, I think. And I think that's it. I think that's all 5 for you. So thank you very much, Karate Ray 99. Another one now from YouTube, and it is my good friend Decepticon King, with any Transformers you can't stand and why could be a Decepticon or Autobot. So I've already essentially just been... Someone else has asked a pretty similar question to that, but I will still answer it, don't get me wrong. One of them, my least favourite, would have to be Wheelie. Another one, what would another one be? I don't like Wheelie. I'm not sure. I think Wheelie has to be my ultimate one that I do not like. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. Everybody, I think most fans don't like Wheelie. I mean, they made Wheelie because he was a new character that they brought into the 86 movie. And whenever Wheelie comes into it, a lot of people cringe when he comes into it. Even though I don't, personally, I mean, obviously, it's all because to enhance Grimlock, because Wheelie becomes friends with Grimlock, and it's kind of like a funny aspect of the movie. But no, he would have to be my all-time favourite worst Transformer. All-time favourite? No, it would have to be. Fucking hell. It would have to be my worst favourite. Definitely would be him, Wheelie. Now, I think this one is the last on YouTube. So this is my good friend Alpha Prime 88, and he says, "What Masterpiece Beast Wars figure would you like to see done and why?" Right. So off the top of my head, if I can remember, it is Primal. There's 3 versions of the Primal mold out. Megatron, Dinobot, Black Arachnia, and Tigatron. So there's 5 currently for Masterpiece out for Beast Wars. I'd love to see a Pterosaur, Beast Wars Pterosaur. I'd love to see Beast Wars Scorponok. I'd love to see a Beast Wars Tarantulas. I'd love to see a Beast Wars Masterpiece Depth Charge, Rat Trap. Because why the fuck not? Because, you know, if you did a Masterpiece version of Rat Trap and Rhinox, basically all the and I'd like to see all the core in Masterpiece, all the core Maximals and Predacons. So for the, obviously, I mean, at the moment we've only got 3 Predacons, but one of them became a Maximal in the end. So you've only got 2 actual Predacons that are Masterpiece from Beast Wars, and that is Black Arachnia, even though Black Arachnia also does become a Maximal later on. But she's a Predacon at the beginning. And then you've got Megatron. So I'm kind of hoping that whoever they come back, I think next will be a Predacon. And I would like to see probably the next one, if it is a Predacon, the next one, I would love to see possibly Pterosaur, someone like that. I know some people will like Pterosaur, but Pterosaur was such an annoying character. But Pterosaur is like the Starscream of Beast Wars. He has that personality, that raspiness to his voice, and he's fucking useless. Even though he's got some in Beast Wars. In Beast Wars, he has Pterosaur has many opportunities to actually think, get his own back on a Maximal, but he ends up just being defeated really quite easily. But he's not the best character from Beast Wars, but yet there isn't a definitive toy for him. There is a toy for him. There's a Transmetal toy, and there's a Transmetal Pterosaur, and there's also a Beast Wars Pterosaur figure from like the 95, 96 toy line, which was a Basics figure, I believe. But there hasn't really been many like bringing that character back into it, and that character's pretty much been forgotten. And it would be nice to see Pterosaur get a nice figure, because he aesthetically, Pterosaur looks really good, pretty badass. I do like how Pterosaur looks in robot mode, but will we ever see it? I don't know. We will see. And another one, where would you like to see Hasbro Takara go after the Kingdom line? I don't know really. I never really looked that far ahead. When it comes to toy lines. I mean, to be honest with you, the Kingdom line is kind of the ultimate best thing ever, really, for me, because at the moment you've got finally releasing 86 movie figures for most of the characters. So they're releasing a Jazz, they're releasing Optimus, I think it's Cyclonus. Quite a few figures from the 86 movie. They're finally releasing a nice like modern version of those toys that look very close to the 86 character designs. And then obviously with the Kingdom line, you've also got got Beast Wars coming back into it again. So there's Primal, there's Black Arachnia, Rat Trap, Megatron, quite a few. Black Arachnia, I think I said Black Arachnia already, but there's quite a few. I mean, I'm just happy personally, I'm really happy that they're embracing Beast Wars again. Beast Wars, next year they're getting a new comic book series. a new comic through IDW. There's also going to be, they're talking about a theatrical, massive blockbuster movie as well within the Beast Wars continuity. We don't know whether that's going to happen yet, but I'm hoping so. And obviously, it's going to be part of Chapter 3 of the Siege Netflix series. So the primal characters, or both of the Beast Wars characters, they're in the toy line for Kingdom, but I'm hoping that they're going to also come into it in the series as well. That would be awesome. So, but personally, I want the future to be Beast Wars. I would love to see more love for Beast Wars, and kind of see what masterpieces we get in the next year or so for Beast Wars. All right then. So we are now coming away from YouTube. We're now finally going to Facebook. So let's have a look on Facebook. So the very first one I believe I remember getting on there was this funny one. Question: why is our YouTube name TF Nosey and not TF Nosey? From Aaron Cole. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Ever since me starting YouTube, I've always spelt Nosey, Knowlsy. I'd never put an E in there, as you would like Knowles with a Y at the end. I don't know why. I just think probably when I first started making YouTube videos, I generally just thought that's how Nosey was spelt. I just probably, it's probably just one of those typo things that has worked for me over the time. That's probably that. Next one from Ian McLean. Thank you, Ian. Which of your videos are you most proud of that you've done in terms of topic or how it came out? Yeah, from time to time there is the odd video here and there that I'm actually quite proud with the end result. One of them, it isn't Transformers related. I don't really think it matters in the grand scheme of things. I think he's generally on about any video that I've done, really. But I think one of the most recent ones that I did was an unboxing for the 20th anniversary Hybrid Theory Linkin Park album, Hybrid Theory 20th anniversary, like this big box set with records in it, vinyls, and all sorts of awesome stuff in it. And I did an unboxing on that, and I didn't think it would do that well. I honestly generally thought it wouldn't get that much attention, but boy did it get some attention. It really got some attention. Currently it is over 2,000 views, and is like it's like 90 odd likes and everything, and I'm just like, it's one of the most, I don't do videos that I do. You generally never get to anything like that, and I don't expect them to go to that kind of. I don't expect my videos to reach that many people. I'm a very small time video maker. I always have been. My channels over the years have never gone up there with subscribers and viewership or anything. So I've always kind of seen myself as a very low-key and very small-time video creator, and that's generally what I am. And I've got no issues with being known as that, really. But no, from time to time, that is probably one of my defining videos, I think, that has really done quite well. I've also done some videos that have done quite well for tech-related stuff as well. I remember reviewing a phone and a pair of headphones, and they did pretty well. But if we wanted to talk about a Transformers toy, that video, I don't know really, because most of the reviews that I do on a toy, on like a Transformer or something like that, genuinely don't do that well. But my ultimate answer to that is, yeah, from time to time there are videos that I'm generally really proud of because of how maybe I came over, how I presented myself, how I edited the video, because all that kind of comes into it, and I think, oh well, that actually ended up that actually seemed quite well in the end result, So from time to time that does happen. So thank you very much to Ian McLean. Next up is my good friend John Grieve, or Borders Dude. Borders Dude. So he has asked 4 questions. So, who is your favourite Transformer and why? My favourite Transformer is my boy Soundwave. Why? Because he has mini cassette bots that comes out of his chest. He sounds awesome. He kicks ass. And, yeah, Soundwave. What made you start to collect Transformers? At the beginning, was mostly watching other people. What got me into it was, I was, obviously, when YouTube was relatively quite new, this was probably back in 2006, 2005, 6 time, when YouTube first started to really hit off with people. I remember kind of just looking up cartoons from my childhood when I was younger at the time, and looking up like cartoon intros, and I remember Transformers G1 coming up, like the intros coming up, and so on and so forth. And then all of a sudden, I started seeing people thumbnails of videos, people kind of like literally holding up a figure to the screen and actually talking about it. So I actually witnessed people, videos coming through because of the Transformers topic. And people actually holding up and talking about a toy, and they were adults, and they were older. Some of them were older than me older than me, and so on. And I was just like, that's interesting. So I remember kind of checking out a few people, noticing a few of them were from the UK over the time, and it was generally through watching other people doing it. Other people were reviewing them, talking about them, and I was like, oh my god, this is bringing back a lot of great memories of watching like Beast Wars and other shows that came out back in the early thousands and 90s, and I thought this is fantastic. So generally, that is what got me into it, was seeing people like Sammy Skullgrin 140, seeing people like Jared Wolfgang 1. I Love Mess, George, Exaggerated Elegy, so many great names, and people from Canada and America, like it's like Sea Spray, and a few other people from Canada and America as well that I was watching at the time, and it was just this massive boom, just this great celebration of people enjoying these pieces of plastic, these masterpiece figures, and figures from Beast Wars, from the Energon, from like Armada, Energon, Cybertron, etc., all those other lines. So I was just like, this is incredible. So I generally thought, I just thought to myself, I might see about picking myself a figure up. I had a YouTube channel already out, which was Naughty 00 at the time, and I made that channel just so that I could comment on other people's videos. Just because that's what you had to do back then. In order to comment to people you were watching, you had to have an account, which is similar to now as well. So I made an account, and it was generally just an account where I could comment on people's videos. And then I thought, I'm going to start making videos of my own, and I started going through the realms of the live action movies and things like that, talking about details and information on them when they was in production. Buying the odd toy here and there and reviewing it, and then all of a sudden I'm starting to get all this attention, and I started getting shout outs from Skullgrin, from Wolfgang 1, and a few other people give me really nice, kind shout outs, and that got me known as a video maker, and I've been doing it ever since. So there's that. Number 3 from John. What do you love about the community and what do you hate about the community? Ooh, here we go. Here we go. This is a good way for me to lose every subscriber I've ever earned. I'm only joking. No. What do I love about the community? Well, the thing is, I think what I love about it is it's just great to have a collective of individuals coming together, talking about the same thing, talking about toys, talking about bots, talking about robots, giant robots. I enjoy it for that. That's what I love. That's why I'm still a part of it all, is because I just love seeing people that have just picked something up, a new toy, and putting it out there and saying, oh, I've just bought this is amazing. And then, that's awesome. And it's just great. I just love to share with people. I love seeing other people sharing what they love about it, and I also like sharing what I love about it as well, about, the collecting thing and buying new toys and so on. But what I don't like is, I would say it's a bit of this nitpicky divides of certain sides of the fan base. You've got, you always get the ugly side of anything, especially when it's the internet. And usually for me, what I don't like about it is that when someone feels they have the right to make someone feel very inadequate because they've said, oh, I like this toy, or I like this series, or I like this, and then someone just goes, oh my god, you are absolutely ridiculous, you are useless, you can't call yourself a Transformers fan because you like that figure, or you like that series that other people probably don't like. But the thing is about the whole thing is, it doesn't matter what you like. We're all here for the same purposes. We all love Transformers. And unfortunately, you get those people that are 100% only G1 only, and they will absolutely won't allow anyone to express opinion or enjoy anything after G1. And then you've got people that just don't like the Michael Bay live action movies. I am very 50-50 with those films. There's some of them I can't stand. There's some of them I do like. And unfortunately, some people that are obviously young kids that have probably grown up with those movies, which was their, those live action films probably was their entrance into the Transformers thing, because they were very young at the time of the 2007 film or Revenge of the Fallen coming out. So, that is what I don't like from it, is that backstabbing and arguing when it should generally be what I've just said. What I love about it is being a collective of people and just, that person likes the Michael Bay films. Good for him. You don't have to, but that person does. That's fantastic. That's their thing. That's what they like. That person over there doesn't like, doesn't like Beast Wars, but fine, okay, that's your opinion, that's great, fine, but I love Beast Wars, and I will happily shout it from the rooftops, I love Beast Wars, because I don't care, because I have the right to express my opinion, but there is this essence of, I don't know if I'm coming over in any sort of logical thing with this, but there is a little bit of a thing where, everyone's got the right to have an opinion, of course they do, but there is this thing of just beat someone down for liking it, making them feel insecure, inferior. That is the side of it I don't like. So, why do you think I hate Minimus Ambus? Because it's not Ultra Magnus, is it? Yeah, because I know you're an Ultra Magnus fan. You are a B-Time Ultra Magnus fan, aren't you? So, why don't you like Minimus Maximus? Minimus Ambus, sorry. Because, I'm guessing because the character you love so much, And in the IDW context, I believe, it was a little robot piloting as like a big Gundam thing. Ultra Magnus. I don't know. I don't know why you don't like him, but I'm guessing because you're a fan of that character, and Ultra Magnus is Ultra Magnus. He is that big, massive truck. To one extent, you've got the other side where he looks like a white version of Optimus Prime, and then you've got, you know, like as he looked in the '86 movie, was, you know, he had those big blue bits, and he was just this big giant truck. But then, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm guessing that's why you don't like it. I'm thinking it's because it's just this little character that is part of, but ends up being the thing that is piloting the Transformer you love so much. I don't know. Tim Sharp. So thank you very much for yours, mate. Right, Tim Sharp. Who is your favourite serial killer? I generally don't like any serial killers, but if I had to pick one, Freddy Krueger. It is Halloween after all. Come on, have a little bit of have a laugh, people. But no, I generally don't like serial killers, but I'm quite happy to indulge and enjoy a bit of Nightmare on Elm Street and a bit of Jason. Next one is George Hookvale. If you had to eat one of your fingers, what would be the most tasty? This one. Barbecue flavoured. Anyways, let's move on. Mr. Dave Mentz is next. When are you chopping your hair off? I don't know. I'm generally just waiting on it to see how worse it gets, and if it gets to the point where it's going to be right in here and it's just like a lonely island of hair or whatever, then I'm just going to go, I don't know. I think that might be it now. Let me just check. Yeah, that's everyone. That is everyone. That is all the questions I got, I believe. If anyone's watching this and says, "Oh, I sent you a question, you missed it out," I really do apologise if I missed yours out. But I think I managed to save the main core ones on Facebook and on YouTube. So, yeah. So thank you very much to everyone that participated. I really do appreciate you all for taking the time to send me some great questions. There we go. Thank you very much to everyone. So stay awesome, stay safe, and I will see most of you very, very soon. And just real quickly, I want to just thank everyone for their support recently with everything that's been going on with me behind the scenes. I really do appreciate all your support and sending love my way and support. It's fantastic. So thank you all. So bye-bye, people. See you soon.